Since the dawn of civilization, athletics has united people in the pursuit of greatness. From the ancient tracks of Egypt, where the first races were ran as early as 2250 BC, to the refined rules in 776 BC that shaped modern competitions across Western Europe and North America, this sport has withstood the test of time. In 1956, Kenya stepped onto the world stage, but it wasn't until 1968 that Naftali Temu and Kipchoge Keino etched their names in history, bringing home the nation's first gold medals. From that moment, Kenya's legacy in athletics was born, a legacy of dominance, determination, and endless victories. But what we see on the podium is just a fraction of the story. Behind every medal is an untold journey, grueling training, countless setbacks, moments that break the spirit, and those rare glimpses of triumph. Join us as we uncover the raw, unfiltered reality of an athlete's life and witness what it truly takes to become a world champion.
So my name is Benjamin Shalom. I'm 20 and I'm a track and field athlete, specifically in the 100 and 200 meters. So what got me into athletics? Well, I'd say since I was a child, I was a small boy. My parents say I ran for everything. They'd send me for a cup, I'll run to the kitchen. They're like, Benjamin, can you just walk for once? So I feel like it was an inborn thing, gift from God. But because of being in a country where sprints is not really taken seriously, I found myself being pushed into sports like football, swimming, basketball. And whenever I'd take part in such sports, the coaches would be like, Benjamin, this speed, where are you taking? You're going to lose this speed. Why aren't you doing something with your speed? And so I was like, you know what, let me for once try and step onto the track and see what I can do. And the feeling was amazing. Running at full speed, feeling the wind, seeing the fans cheer you to the finish line. It's a feeling that there's no other sport has made me feel like that. And I'd feel like because there's a notion around East Africans and how we are long distance runners, and so we can't really birth sprinters. I feel like if I'm able to diligently work into this sprints category, I can change that notion and change the notion behind we can't have sprinters in East Africa, and inspire the next generation, my generation and the next generation. I feel like our training normally has phases. We normally have pre-season, during season, and then off-season. So currently at this time of the year, we are leaving off-season, going into the pre-season. So our training is basically 5 times a week, Monday to Saturday. And we'll have different trainings from Monday to Saturday. It's a full job. It's an 8 to 5. So technically, I'd probably wake up around 6:30, 6 to 6:30, go for a morning jog, come back home, rest, then wake up at 11, go for training. Now this is with coach. 11 to 1, come back home, rest. Then from 6 to 9 p.m., I'm in the gym working out with my teammates.
A well-planned, consistent diet is essential for the athletes, providing the nutrients needed for intense training.
So I'd probably wake up in the morning, after my morning workout at around 7, probably have 8 slices of bread, 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 100 grams of ground nuts, and some either oat biscuits or cereals, and call it a morning. Then go for my training, have a protein shake in between. So my protein shake would probably consist of bananas, eggs, yogurt, peanut butter. Then eat lunch. Now for lunch, I can have anything between ugali, rice, just a normal African lunch. Then, of course, come back home to rest. Then have another protein shake at around 4 o'clock in the evening before I go to the gym. And then I'll come back and finally settle it all with supper. which again is a normal supper in Kenya. Yeah. Our diet is also tailored according to what part of the season we're in. So because this season there's a specific weight goal that I'm meant to get to, that is what my diet will basically consist of. So I'm meant to get to 78 kgs, and I'm currently at 73, so I have 5 kgs to gain. So my diet is really pumped with a lot of protein and a lot of carbohydrates. So I really do big on carbohydrates to gain the weight. Then there's a point in my season where I'll be told to lose the weight, so they'll cut carbs and maintain protein. So yeah, it varies according to what my coach requires.
We consulted a nutritionist to explain how proper nutrition supports their performance and recovery.
So to give you an idea, food has something called calories. And calories is basically a way to measure energy within food. Now, since athletes are so active in whatever that they're doing, they end up burning a lot of calories. A person, like a regular everyday person, regular Monanchi, will burn a certain number of calories within a day. Let's say like an average of like maybe 2,000. But since this person is an athlete, their life is very active, their work is very active, then they will need to eat a lot more calories than the regular person. And for that reason, then they need to eat, again, as you said, if he said 5 times more, then he needs to eat 5 times more. Again, it depends on the athlete, but they do need to eat a lot more than the regular person.
Athletes train to perform their best, but not every day brings success.
Moments that tested my resilience is through injuries. Any athlete can stand up with me and say, being injured while your teammates or basically people in the same sport as you are improving takes a toll on you mentally. I got an injury on my shin splints, so basically I was unable to run for 2 months. So I'm just sitting, watching people who are slower than me become faster than me, and all I can do is sit and watch. So it really tested my resilience. Injuries, number one, and of course number two, like I mentioned, financially. So struggling financially can also take a toll on you mentally, emotionally, because you're unable to, like I said, put into the sport what the sport requires you to put in. Yeah. So my ups in this sport, I have amazing ups. Apart from creating brotherhood and sisterhood in the sport, having a community that can, have your back not only in the sport, in the track, but also outside the track, has been an up that I will take home for sure. People that will check up on you. You basically create a community in the sport that, goes a long way. Secondly, I'd say is the energy that you receive after all the training, and you're finally in those 8 lanes, and now your stadium has 30,000 seats, so 30,000 people cheering your name, and seeing you basically do what you do best. Amazing up, an amazing feeling, a feeling that I cannot put into words, I can't explain. Yeah, and then finally, being able to fulfill what I personally believe God has given me to do on this earth. Yeah. Another goal I'd love to achieve is to win a triple in the Olympics. So that's basically 100 meters medal, 200-meter medal, and even the 4x1 medal. So I won't be able to achieve the 4x1 medal if the same people in my sport aren't able to achieve the 9 seconds in their own split. So I would love to see a community of sprinters able to attain the highest level of sprinting that this world has seen, which will also help me achieve my triple, my goal in the 4x1 relay. Yeah, and then other than that, to the parents or the guardian or anyone who would kindly place themselves as the support system for this child, please just have their back. A kid can be fully driven to attain something, but is easily watered down by the support system they have. So please push this kid to believe that they can achieve what they've put their mind to achieve. And believe you me, you will see the results. Yeah.
These athletes are not just competitors, They are warriors, constantly pushing beyond the boundaries of human endurance. They embody resilience, strength, and an unshakable will to achieve their dreams. We can even call them extraordinary as they continue to defy the limits of what we believe is impossible.